Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Host Eddie Frederick.
Welcome to Caribbean Perspective. So glad you can join us. The story that takes the lead in today's edition for Wednesday, 25th September 2024, and brought to you in association with our friends at Antillean Group. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau speaks up for Haiti at the UN. Details after this important message.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all, perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so glad to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau turned his focus to the ongoing crisis in Haiti as he spoke with some world leaders on Monday after the 78th meeting of the United Nations General Assembly.
The Super Bowl of diplomacy is now underway in New York City, with world leaders meeting at the United Nations. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is there for the discussions, and our Mackenzie Gray is also in the Big Apple covering it all. So, Mac, what exactly is on the agenda today for the Prime Minister?
The big thing for Justin Trudeau today, Miranda, is going to be about Haiti. He'll be meeting with their transitional prime minister. There's a roundtable as well that Mr. Trudeau will be attending. And obviously, Haiti is a large topic of conversation, one of kind of the four big crises that the UN is attempting to deal with, and like most of them, dealing with it quite unsuccessfully at this point in time. Mr. Trudeau has been under a lot of pressure, particularly from the Americans, to send some kind of either police or military force into Haiti to try and stabilize Port-au-Prince and the other regions that have been overrun by gangs. He's really pushed back against that, saying for a number of years now this needs to be a Haitian-led, a Caribbean-led solution to deal with the issues in the region. Now, the Kenyans, who have sent down police into the area to try and stabilize the situation, have discussed the idea of sending troops in, and this will be a large topic of conversation for Justin Trudeau today on the diplomacy front. But once he's done his time at the UN, he's switching things up completely, and he'll be going down to the Ed Sullivan Theater on Broadway, and he'll be on The Late Show with Stephen Colbert later tonight. So he's trading in the evening his diplomacy for his comedic chops. We'll see how Mr. Trudeau does on late.
Bahamas' Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernanda comments on rogue police officers. More in this ZNS News clip.
Well, perhaps like any organization, the police force has its share of unethical officers who have somehow, some way slipped through the cracks. The question, though, is how? Here's Commissioner of Police Clayton Fernanda.
We know there's a number of officers and young officers that comes, and they're from right in our communities. They are our sons and they are our daughters. We continue to pay attention to that and to ensure that we don't leave our young officers alone by themselves. In some situation, you will find that, but we are continuing to focus on that to ensure that we have more leadership on the ground to ensure that the officers, especially the young officers, we note a trend in there that we have to continue to ensure that we have senior people on the ground and to ensure that they go in the right direction.
Now, the Commissioner of Police mincing no words. He admits that based on what has transpired in recent times, the police has lost some of the public's trust, leaving he and his team with a lot of work to do to restore it.
We can't let one apple spoil the bunch because there are a lot of hard-working officers who go beyond the call of duty to ensure that the Bahamian people are safe and visitors who comes to our shore. I'm talking about on a daily basis. On a daily basis. So we can't stand by and let the good work of many officers just go down the drain for one bad apple.
Barbados' quality of life and standard of living rests squarely on its population. The assertion from Minister in the Ministry of Economic Affairs and Investment, Senator Chad Blackman, while addressing National Transfer Accounts Capacity Building Workshop at the Sagiko Cave Hill School of Business and Management on Monday. It comes against the backdrop of the 2019 census indicating a decline in Barbados' population. CBC's Trevor Thorpe reports.
The minister said the Barbados population is on a downward spiral, and that will have significant implications on the country's development. He said the changing world environment also poses grave challenges for Barbados, and bearing that in mind, the workshop comes at a very important time.
And invariably, the ability of the country and the government and the state, as it were, to generate revenue to pursue developmental priorities and also meeting our social care and security needs of the population as well. And then additionally, our population as a country to maintain a sufficiently skilled and skill-sized labor force which can compete internationally. So it's all linked to what I started out with, our global competitiveness. But it's not just about the competitiveness. Our quality of life that we've hitherto enjoyed as a nation depends squarely, in my view, on our ability to grow our population.
The minister said the population decline also holds implications for investment.
From an investment point of view, the number of investors around the world who would say, we love your country, we love your region, you have all the right ingredients for investment. So we continue to attract investment. But when you look at that three-letter acronym, that magic acronym of return on investment, for them, they always say, well, we can get return on our investment, but it takes a lot longer for us to do so because your population size is so small in the grand scheme of things that we also have to look at other factors. So the point is, it's not only about ensuring that we can meet other matrices as well, but it affects many areas, and also in terms of foreign direct investment and attracting the right sorts of businesses.
Deshane Gibbons is the United Nations Population Fund's Liaison Officer, Sub-Regional Office for the Caribbean, Barbados, and the Organization of East Caribbean States. She also said the meeting is timely as it will report on the impact of aging and the changing structures of economic development.
Noting that the population of Barbados is growing at a declining rate, when I read that, I said, okay, it's growing but at a declining rate, generating enormous social and economic challenges, not only for governments, but for societies in general. And in this period, the mere fact of increasing the concentration of a population at less productive ages generates impacts for economic growth.
The big long exercise will end on Friday. Trevor Thorpe, CBC News.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick, in association with our friends at
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
The hurricane season is now upon us, so we as Caribbean people need to remember to think safety and be prepared. Avoid venturing outside during a storm or hurricane, especially if there are strong winds. Rooftops and other debris are often blown about and can cause great damage.
St. Kitts and Nevis have emerged stronger from the challenges over the past year, which exemplifies the same spirit that guided the national heroes of the nation. So proclaims Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew in his National Heroes Day address at the annual Heroes Day wreath-laying ceremony at the National Heroes Park. Andre Huey of SKN Newsline has more.
St. Kitts and Nevis have emerged stronger from the challenges over the past year, which exemplifies the same spirit that guided our national heroes. So proclaims Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew in his National Heroes Day address at the annual Heroes Day wreath-laying ceremony at the National Heroes Park.
We stand united in tribute, honoring the legacy of our national heroes, those visionary leaders whose courage and determination have shaped the history of our beloved Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis. As we commemorate this 26th National Heroes Day, we do so under the theme of our 41st independence celebrations. Together, a people, proud and strong. This theme is not just a motto. It is a testament to our resilience, our unity and togetherness as a people, and our unwavering commitment to the progress of our nation. Over the past year, we have faced challenges that tested our resolve. Yet, we emerged stronger, more together, and more determined to continue the work that our heroes began. From strengthening our economy to advancing our social services, we have taken bold steps forward, driven by the same spirit that guided our national heroes in their time. I challenge all of us to embrace the spirit of our heroes. Let us be the change makers, the visionaries, the leaders that our nation needs. Together as one people, proud and strong, we can continue to build the St. Kitts and Nevis that honors the legacy of our past while boldly stepping into the future. As we move forward, let us carry the lessons of our national heroes with us. Let us remember that our strength lies in our togetherness, our pride in our heritage, and our determination to build a better tomorrow for all.
The ceremony was punctuated with the laying of wreath at the monuments of 4 of the nation's heroes. A floral arrangement was presented to the Federation's only living national hero, Sir Kennedy Simmons. Andre Huey, SKN Newsline.
Meanwhile, genesis of crime in St. Kitts and Nevis and a call for a unified approach by all political parties to solve this burning issue were the subject of one of recent commentaries by political commentator and former National Security Minister Dwyer Astafan. He asserted that the genesis of gun violence and drug running in St. Kitts and Nevis started in the early 1980s and climaxed in 1994 with the killing of a high-ranking police officer gangland style. Andre Huey of SKN Newsline reports.
7 members of the security forces in St. Kitts and Nevis, 3 from the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force and 4 from the St. Kitts Nevis Defence Force, successfully completed the 6-week Junior Leaders Level 3 CVQ course designed by the Regional Security System RSS Training Institute. Topics covered during the course included effective leadership, group dynamics, delegation of authority, human rights, preparation, and planning of large-scale events, emergency care and management, incident command, crime scene management, key point defense, and more. The training was also attended by 13 regional counterparts from Antigua and Barbuda, Barbados, St. Lucia, Grenada, and Guyana. Regional and local assessors, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education and the Technical and Vocational Education and Training TVET Council, ensure that all necessary standards were met, as the course certification is equivalent to an associate's degree. Major Coyote Sutton, acting commander of the St. Kitts Nevis Defence Force, congratulated the successful graduates during a ceremony held at the Coast Guard base on September 13th. He emphasized that the course has significantly strengthened law enforcement and military capabilities in critical national security management and disaster response coordination and management. The Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Terence Drew, also commended the initiative, which is the first of its kind. The Prime Minister, who also serves as the chair of the Council of National Security and Law Enforcement, added that incorporating a CARICOM vocational qualification component will greatly enhance trainees' ability to operate effectively in both regional and international contexts, which allows for more networking opportunities with global partners. I'm Andre Huey for SKN Newsline.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean.
In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillian Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so clear to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.